All right, so what we're going to talk about today, and we'll send this out to you guys as well, is I want to show you folks that are doing a really good job of creating engagement and putting kind of value out there in order to differentiate yourself. And then these are the things you can also teach your agents to do. And then I want to show you what it also looks like to go in there and farm groups. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see this. So I know it takes a second, so y'all tell me once you see. Sam, what'd you say? Okay, you can hear me. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pull up my deal here. Y'all tell me when you see Facebook.
Got it.
Okay.
I see it.
Got it.
Hey,
All right.
look at that awesome quote that guy put up there.
That's right. So, obviously here's an example. So, Tim just put this up. You guys go on and like it. Make sure you help each other out. But, the color stuff here, catches people's eyes. People take a look at it. Obviously we talk about, video being the number one thing here. Now, this is obviously an ad, right? But I want you to look here at C.W. Ross. So this is a real estate agent that I work for. And look, he put cedar as a natural way to fend off pests and unwanted insects. A cedar closet will keep your wool jacket safe. Here's the problem. CW is paying a third-party company to look at this stuff, or to post his stuff, kind of like Hootsuite and some of those things. So, he took what I said, which was put some value and put some content and, some stuff out there. And so, but this is what he's got. I mean, it's two sentences. It makes no sense. What am I supposed to do with this information? And look, he posted it 20 minutes ago and not a single person has liked it. It's just random information that no one knows what they're supposed to do with this or not. They don't even know if this is supposed to mean anything to them. And so I was telling him the other day when we met after this, and he still got it on here because you can see this went up on Twitter and then it was shared over, is you need to have more specific information and then tell people what you want it to do, not use a company or Hootsuite or whoever who you type it out once and they put it on all the social media platforms. You get no edge rank, no credit for that. So I want you guys to see what what Sam Thomas did. So our Sam here. So this is what he put up a couple hours ago. Hey, realtor friends, I provide solid buyer leads, but they need to be worked aggressively, right? And if you're up to the task of calling them at least 5 times, please reach out to me. These aren't Zillow leads. Now, some of you may or may not know this, but that, if I'm not mistaken, and Sam can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's either Jake Coker's or Greg Peckman's or along the same lines of what somebody posted the other day. You can share and take this information because we're all connected to different people. But I want you to see something. In 2 hours, he's got 62 likes and 47 comments. Look here, interested. Jordan Tribeca, interested. We're going to open up some of these. Me too, sending you a PM. So what he did here, interested. I mean, these are all agents that are like, shit, I'm interested. Somebody help me out, right? And so what he's done is he created something with value to put out there that people were interested in, and now they're telling him that they're interested. So now he's private messaging all of them. And when I was talking to him earlier, he set up, I think he told me 9 meetings off of this. In 2 hours, he set up 9 meetings. That is going to differentiate yourself than just posting a couple, random words or, hey, it's a beautiful day. What are you doing? That doesn't necessarily help them, in their business. Okay? And what we're looking to do is obviously help them in their business. Hold on one second. Oh, Carolee made it on. Hey, Carolee. So, let me get back here. So don't be afraid to kind of put yourself out there, all right? So now what I want to do, though, is show you what we talked about in the groups. We want to make sure, and you can do this in any group. So I'm just going to go all about Real Estate Houston because that's my syndicate group. But remember, we have the whip effect, and we want to make sure that the people that we want to see So, Kat is actually one of my realtors, so I liked that one. Um, you know, so look, I'm gonna go in here, broker open house. Okay, you know, hold on here. All about real estate Houston. Let me get in the actual group. So we've got 1,800 members. Not from Cat. Come on, technology. Here we go. So I'm looking over here. Lynette's a realtor that I work with. I need to add her to the group. And you go in and that's the cool thing about the groups is you can add them. But, content. Now, what I would do is go through the groups, right? LinkedIn in the Bahamas, Donna, right? So, ready for a change, looking for experience. I want her to see my other stuff. So I'm going to go create the engagement. This is what we talked about in the affinity portion, right? Aspect for listings, people just, and really, if I had time, okay, so look, loan officer, real investor, okay, so that's obviously a lending one. Now this is my site, so I just go in and delete the post because it's my site. I'm going to become the only lending expert in here. That's why I think it's important that you guys create a syndicate group. But even if you're in just a regular group, right, just go through and start liking people's stuff. There's going to be people in here that you want to work with. Okay? So we're going to like it. Now I'm going to show you the next thing to do.
Are we on mic?
Huh?
So can't you can restrict people from posting in your syndicate groups, can't you?
I can.
But you choose to leave it open and then just delete them as you find the ones you don't like.
Because see, for me, I use it as a recruiting tool also. I'm meeting with a gentleman next week in Pearland that does, $7 million a year who's been seeing my stuff off of one of my groups. So, but look, here's the video we did yesterday. 710 people watched it, so if you're not doing video, you guys definitely need to jump on that. I mean, that's in 24 hours. So let me show you the other thing that I do. So, all right, so I may or may not be friends with this person. So what I do is I'll like it, and then I'm going to go over here and find out if we're friends. We may be because I have 4,900. But we may not be. Okay, so we're friends. So that means she's going to see whatever I post next. But what I do is I start going and I look through the groups to find out who I'm not friends with. And that's when I start adding people. Okay, so I think I can just hover over it and it'll tell me. But this is how you're going to build up your syndicate, because remember, you have to engage with these people if you want them to see your stuff. So there again, a like, that's going to mean I'm going to get to see the stuff. Let's scroll over this and see. See if it works. May have to click on it. Okay, so no. Let's see. There's old Freddie posting his stuff. We like Freddie, so we'll leave him in there. Renee Gibson, one of my agents, so I want to make sure, that she knows we're giving. And remember, when you like this stuff, they're going to see it. The whole idea is for you to become the expert. So let's see. Lisa Jones. Am I friends with Lisa? All right, so look, I'm not friends with Lisa. She's obviously a real estate agent, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to add her, and then I'm going to like it, right? And then if I chose, I could go in there, and this is what we talked about yesterday about. And so, right, I'm going to say, great home. Right? Simple. Great home. And then I just friended her. So now I've done something nice, and when she accepts it, I could go message her. This is how you guys can get your meetings. I can go message her and say, hey, I commented on your deal, so I could help you increase your exposure for that property, increase your edge rank and your whip effect. Oh, here's one more tip on social media. She'll probably say thank you, and then from there, what you could say is, hey, if you're ever interested in hearing about the marketing platforms we have, let me know, right? And the idea, guys, is if you do this and you go through and you click and you do all the things that you need to do, they're going to recognize who you are. Okay? Here's one, and that's my group. so I'm probably friends with a lot of people, but here's Sugarland Real Estate Professionals. We've done a lot of business out of here. 900 members. All right. You know, so she's posted in a couple groups. So you know, scroll through and see. A lot of people will post in the same. So you can see she posted in the same. But here's the thing, if these real estate agents are posting in more than one, that tells you they're relatively active, right? So Kimberly. All right, so we're not friends. She's obviously a real estate agent. So now we're friends. Like. Oh. So she's not accepting new friend requests. So that's no problem. We just like it. And then, right? Tell her. Home. Now remember, I don't really care if it's a great home or not. I don't know if it is or isn't. What I want is I want her to see the video that I made yesterday talking about helping real estate agents double their business. I'm trying to get them back over. So let's see, David Drake. And you can see this doesn't take that long. I do a lot of business in Remax Fine Properties, right? So I added him as a friend. Get home. Like. So now not only did I like it, I commented. So I've done 2 forms of affinity, right? So with that, guys, you get in front of as many people as you possibly can. And then what's going to happen is remember, the whole point of farming a group and becoming an expert in the group, you know, car enthusiast, dog lover group, whatever it is if it's a dog lover group, don't go in there and start talking about real estate. No one is going to want to watch that shit, right? You go in, you talk about what the group is about. Become a member of the group first. Then they feel like they know who you are, and then they come back over to your personal page, and then that's when they're going to really find out, you know, kind of who you are, what you do. Now, in those groups, don't get me wrong, there's people in the dog lover group that will say, oh, by the way, I'm going to move to such and such. Does anybody know anybody? There's your opportunity. Now, if you've got, like I said, you explain to the real estate agents, hey, this is a home that's near a dog park. I mean, that's a reason to post a listing in a dog lover group. But, you know, if the dog lover group is out of, I don't know, Arizona, there's probably not a reason to post your house in Galveston. I mean, what's the point, right? Now, if it's in Galveston, 2 blocks from a dog walking place, or a place that has like mobile dog washers or whatever it is, right? If it pertains to it, then absolutely use it. But here's the thing I would also encourage you guys to do, and this will be a relatively short call today, but you have to get more active and more involved, either physically by seeing more people or through social media so you can attract and repel the right people. Activity breeds activity. Don't wait for the business to come to you, because it's not. You guys want to double your business, you have to go take it. Real simple. So there's a lot of folks out there, there's a lot of people that do exactly what we do. We are a commodity business, just like real estate's a commodity business. So just to put this into perspective, and some of you guys may know this, do y'all know that Amazon is now worth more than Walmart?
Wow.
Amazon is worth more than Walmart. Who would have thought that? I mean, Amazon is an online company. It does not have one stick and brick building. And it is worth more than Walmart, who's been around for almost 100 years. I don't even know, but I know a long ass time. But probably, you know, almost 100 years, probably at this point. So everyone is moving towards that digital world. So, you know, all of you guys have some sort of niche or, you know, your personality or whatever it is. You can go out there and create a marketplace where people will come to you, but you have to put in the work. And notice, I mean, we've been on this call for only about 25 minutes. I just went and liked 5 or 6 different people's stuff. I commented on it. When they accept my friendship, I can send them a private message. I mean, we're not talking 5 hours a day. We're talking, if you can't invest 30 minutes to an hour on business development a day, your business isn't going to grow. Even as busy as I get sometimes, I still do this. When if I'm sitting at the baseball game, you know, my son's baseball game, and they're changing sides, there's 10 or 15 minutes. I just scroll through the groups, like them, comment, whatever. Because remember, what I want them to do is go back to my page, and then hopefully I've done a good job of putting up enough content. That's what you guys are not doing, just so y'all know. I mean, I went back through this morning. Carolee, don't look away. No, but the reality is, guys, is you are not putting a lot of content about who you are and what you are. All right. Remember, people buy from people they like. You have to give them a reason to want to reach out to you. And you do a great job, obviously, when you get those face-to-faces, or you guys wouldn't get the business you get. But remember, a lot of people aren't going to even give you the time to get a face-to-face unless they feel like they know you and they feel like they can trust you. You know, someone asked me, I was talking to someone earlier about the classes and things, and I know we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but the real reason I did the classes is I wanted to find the agent that would take that extra step, because when all I did was the one-on-one meetings, I would get 10 people to meet with me, and only 1 or 2 would actually give me business. I started doing the classes and then making those people kind of take that extra step by reaching out to me. Now when I meet with 10 people, honestly, I'm probably getting about 7 of those 10 people that send me something. That's a much better conversion. Because what I did is I made what we provide to enrich their business, I made them feel like they could not live without it. And those that understood that, and then there again, it's all about like-minded individuals. So one of the things we're going to go through probably in the next week or two is all of you guys, we need to look and see who on our social black box has sent, who has not sent us any business in the last 60 or 90 days. Now, we don't tell them we got rid of them, but the reality is if they haven't sent you any business, then why are we sending them business? Uh-oh, Carolee left. So, the next thing I want to show you is how to take those older leads, which we talked about in the class yesterday, and forward those on to the agents to make sure that when we do get new people on, because it is a little bit slower right now, that we're able to recycle those leads, because a lead is a lead is a lead. And I guarantee you, you and I all know this, that they're not getting followed up with probably the first go around. All right, so I'm going to take you back here to my email. Okay. And, you know, just type in hot homes. All right. And shit, just flip that thing around so you can get some that aren't new. Maybe. Oh, yeah, because I scrolled it to the bottom. So let's just go midway, right? They don't have to be that old. We'll let it catch up here because the internet's a little slow. Good news is I'm supposed to be getting a new router, so hopefully that'll help. Because it says, all right. So, John Denise at Yahoo. This came in. Oh, that's still not that old. Bear with me here. I'll update it in a second. Maybe. That's a problem when you have too many emails. All right. So, you know, we'll just pick one of these. So, Jessica Leonard. Okay, well, here's a Cane Island one, right? So, click on here. This one went to Janice All Under. So that one actually went to that's one of your real estate agents, Sam. That's on one of my pages, right? So I don't know if she followed up or not. So what I can do is I'm going to just say Sarah Nazad. Look, super easy. New lead. Good luck, right? Go here. Now this is where it's key, because that's where it's real easy. Go all the way down here and see it tells you who it went to. Lead. Right? So we got a name, phone number. This came in over a month ago. So maybe it's been followed up with, maybe it hasn't, maybe the ball got dropped, maybe it didn't. New lead, good luck. Now, if she says, someone from Hot Homes already reached out to me, or this, that, and the other, pretty simple to say, well, they probably, registered on more than one site or on more than one home. Okay, but I've been doing this now for quite some time because I've been wanting to try to make sure I'm getting some leads into the people that have been helping me grow my business and that want to do business. And I have not had one person, not one, say, oh, they already got help. But I have had some people who have turned those and have conversations with those people and are now sending them lists. So now Sarah's happy because she got a lead, right? I'm happy because I was able to give her a lead, and maybe that lead gets converted. Because I actually sent Sarah one earlier today, and she actually already sent it back and said, I talked to her, she's expecting your call today. She wants to get pre-qualified. Because I know Sarah follows up. Not everybody follows up. Make sense? All right, so that's really all I wanted to go over today. I just wanted to kind of show you what you guys can do. I mean, like I said, we just did all of that in less than 30 minutes. You guys should block out a time in the morning when it's not super busy and go back through. Every single one of you have plenty of past leads that you could do that. Carolee, you've got a lot of our vision leads. Those are people that were interested in buying a home. Now, they think they want to do custom, but maybe they do, maybe they don't. Imagine if you were able to pass it off to a realtor who then could take them maybe to another custom builder. You can do the business. Or I'm locking a loan right now, $400 and something thousand loan, where we started off for the last 5 months. All we talked about is build, 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 build. They met with a builder. They're doing all this stuff. I got a call over the weekend for an updated pre-approval letter. We're not going to build anymore because we can't find a lot we like. We found a finished home. And then, by Tuesday, we had a contract. So, and wasn't necessarily a lead that I had, but it was someone who in their mind really, really wanted to build. But after they kind of got into the process and this, that, and the other, they're like, you know what? I think I'll just go find something because I'm tired of, living over here or renting or whatever it is. But you all have those leads to go back through and funnel out. So if you do sit down with someone, which I know Sam's got like 4 or 5 meetings, I think he told me he had a total of 9, if I'm not mistaken, off of those posts. But if you've got 4 meetings and you meet with someone, dude, tell them, I will get you a lead within 48 hours, guaranteed. And then guess what? Not the day you meet them, but the next day, go home, find them a lead, and send it to them. They're going to be like, oh my God, he told me they were going to get me a lead, or she told me they were going to get me a lead, and they did. Whether anything pans out with that lead or not, you still have that opportunity. And the real reality is, guys, is I paid for all these leads. They're my leads. So we can regurgitate and recycle these leads because there's tons of people, I guarantee you, that have not been helped, that may or may not still be in the market. It's our job to follow up with those people. And if the existing agent didn't follow up, or the agent that it was sent to, it is totally fine with us because we own the lead. We paid for them. They came through our site. It clearly said Hancock Mortgage. Then what we can then do is we can give those leads to someone else. And that will help you grow your business. So I'm going to open this up for questions, but here's what I'd like to see from you guys. I would like to see more content. And content, when I say content, I don't mean just real estate content. I mean content like, who are you? Who is Carolee Taylor? I know who you are because we've had conversations, but there's a ton of people out there that would relate to you and your love of animals and living in the country, and that at one time you lived in Colombia, and maybe don't share everything, but maybe you do. Maybe your real life story will resonate with someone. Same with Mark, same with Sam, same with Tim, same with all of you. You guys all have a story to tell. When I really noticed my business increasing is when I stripped away what I thought people wanted to see, and I became vulnerable and told people who I was. When I wrote the book and told people that, I've been a complete screw up in my life and done complete dumb things and, lost my career, lost my parents. I mean, telling someone how, your family fucked you over when, you lost your mom. I mean, that's pretty vulnerable, right? But guess what? You know what I hear all the time? Oh, you're right. When people die, families usually, things like that happen all the time. Other people go through the same thing. So now I'm relatable, not just from a mortgage standpoint, but from a human standpoint. And that's what you guys need to do a better job of doing, because I think you guys are a fantastic team. I think everyone here, including myself, is underperforming to our potential. And the reality is, guys, is that we have tools in place. You just have to use them. And I'm not talking about 5 and 6 hours a day. I'm talking about 30 minutes to an hour. So you got to look in the mirror and find out if you're really putting everything in every day. But if you use this and do this, meet with the people, you'll be good. and you'll add more business because, like I said, you'll meet with 10 and only 2 or 3 will give you any business. It's the nature of the beast. But if you continue to provide that content and all the stuff out there, I'm working on one right now. She actually texted while we were talking. I think I told you all about it yesterday. I hadn't heard from her in 8 or 9 months, maybe even a year. I got a call this weekend. I'm pretty sure she's been using someone because I've seen her go to closings, and I know it wasn't all builders, but guess what? The good news is because just as many of us aren't very good as realtors, it just takes, realtors are fickle individuals. I mean, somebody screws up, guess what? We're now back in the deal. And for the most part, we have things of marketing tools that can help them grow their business. So at the end of the day, they're willing to give us a try where maybe they're not willing to give John a try down the street. And I'm totally good with that. So more content, more activity, and I don't care how that activity, because everybody's different here. I enjoy the social media stuff because I can reach a broad base of people and then have the people come to me. But if you're not comfortable with that, or you're not getting the results from that you want to get, then you need to schedule meetings. Go back to the old school pen and pad, pick up the phone, call someone to schedule a meeting. Whatever it is that you need to do there, but you got to get more. You got to get your activity levels up. You're not going to go from 3 or 4 loans a month to 10 loans a month without having more activity. All right. And then, like I said, take the leads that we have. Now, if you guys want to call them and all that good stuff, go ahead. But I think you'll find as much or more value in getting them out there to somebody who you said you're going to get them a lead. I know that Mark and I talked about this in our planned encounter a couple weeks ago, right? Was it 2 weeks ago, I think, Mark? And I said, we got leads. Yeah. Go give them to those people. And you did, didn't you?
Yep.
And were they thankful?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
because of the contact, I set up some time, and we did a listing booster meeting, and I put one of their leads up, and we got 100 plus. And I spoke to one of the referrals last night, one of the clients, and I've got an appointment to meet with them on Friday, the client. Mm-hmm. And then I got another referral from them. I haven't been able to reach yet, but they say it's somebody ready to buy a house. And the one application that I got this week came just through the Facebook activity that you're talking about. This lady I haven't seen in 2 years. Mm-hmm. Just IM'd me on Facebook out of the blue and said, hey, I'm thinking about buying a house. Asked me a question about a foreclosure. She had a foreclosure 4 years ago. I answered her question, and now she submitted an application. So
yeah,
it worked.
Yeah, and I mean,
it took a while, but it worked.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. You got anything that can be measurable has to be consistent. And what typically happens is we do a bunch of activities, and then we get busier, and then while we're busy, we stop the activities. And that's why we have this, roller coaster of, it's up here 1 month, down here, up here, down here. We want to try it to, to get it to go like that. But you guys use each other to help, ask questions, encourage each other, talk each other up. I mean, we're a team. And the bottom line is, guys, is we're only as good as the weakest member of the team. And every single month, one of us will be the weakest member on the team. Last month, for the first time in I don't know how long, I had 0 closings. Now, I have a bunch of this month. I had a bunch the month before, but 0 closings. So I was the weak link. That's okay. Because great news, we still did, 4 million, and you guys did it, not me. So, I've spent a lot of time trying to help you guys, and that's why, to me, even if it's something as, trivial as where to go on Facebook to put these things, I want to do these. I want us to be consistent with these training classes, because what I want you to do is get some information from here and then go implement. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Just get out there and do something. All right. The last thing just totally slipped my mind. Hold on, it'll come back to me. It was about Facebook. Oh, now I remember. So one of the things, because I know you guys aren't so busy you can't do this, because we're all busy in our own minds, like I said, and I have to make time for it, just like anyone does, is you have agents that if they have potential or you think that they'll do this stuff, do what Mark just said. That's something he and I talked about. Is I, this past week, went out and sat down with an agent for 45 minutes and literally put in their first listing booster for them. I have almost 100 agents on my listing booster, but guess what? They're not all sending me business. So then I go through it, I wipe a couple off, and then I, do X, Y, and Z. But here's the thing: take the time to train the agents. We don't need 50 agents. You need 20. Think about that. 20 agents at one deal every other month is 10 deals a month. Average sales price of $250,000. You're now doing $2.5 million a month. That doesn't seem like it would be unheard of. Now, the reality is they're not going to give you one every other month, but let's just say they gave you one every 3 months. You're now all over that $1 million a month threshold where you want to be. Now you're making $150,000, $200,000 a year. And guess what? To close, I don't know, 5, 6 loans. I mean, Carol Lee did almost $1.4 million. She didn't kill herself. She didn't die, right? Were you busy? Yes. But guess what? Nah, she's over there like, no, I'm busy. But guess what? Activity breeds activity. It's good to be busy. And here's the other thing, and I know all of you understand this, but I just want to put it out there, is if you've got $1.5 million in closings and a $300,000 deal cancels, do you freak out? No, you just go find the next deal because you're still closing $1.2 million. If you have $500,000 or $400,000 and $300 goes away, do you freak out? Well, hell yeah, because now you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay your bills. So what I want for each of you guys is to, double down right now, put in the activities, and we need to have humongous summers. I want our branch to do $10 million a month over the summer. We were doing $5 and $6 million last year, not with laser-like focus, just with doing what came in. If you guys will just put forth a little laser-like focus, whether that's going out and meeting people in person, I know Tim does a lot of networking events, whatever it takes, whatever you're most comfortable with, do it. There's no right or wrong way. There's people that don't do the social media stuff that still do very well. It's just what I choose to do. So take whatever works for you and then take the bits and pieces, because whether it's on social media or it's on one-on-ones or it's in networking events like Tim, the basic principles of our business and relationship building don't change. All right. That's what I got. I'm going to leave it still recording. Do you guys have any questions for the last few minutes that we've got?
Explain when you say black box, what do you mean?
That's what we call the Facebook ads the social black box. So when the do you want to live in Firethorn and keep missing your opportunity, that one,
right?
That's the black box.
Okay.
So I always refer to 2 marketing platforms: Listing Booster, social media ads, and we call that the black box.
Hey Chad, before next week, is there any chance we could have another trial run? Because last week's connection was way better. You guys are super delayed. Everything's delayed. I only see Mark and you live. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're seeing me, but I'm back on my laptop, which is, I know that I have the real connection there, but it's just, I don't know, something's not quite right.
Yeah, because I actually see everybody perfectly. So
you see Sam and everybody? I mean, because I see Mark.
Sam and then took their photos off, but I see you and Mark perfectly, and then I see Sam's muted himself. Sam, click off the thing. Let me see if I can see you.
But are we live? Because I'm super delayed on my end.
Sam doesn't want to click off because he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, probably. Are you seeing? Do you see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see you, and you're a little delayed, but I hear you pretty well.
I see all of you guys.
All right. You see? Okay. So Tim's now. Am I delayed now?
No. Say it again. I'm sorry.
Am I delayed now?
Nope. You're good.
Okay.
Just what I missed for me.
It's because I was carrying it.
Whenever you share it, it's super sketchy, and yeah. Now
okay,
it's
so
much better.
let me ask you a question. How delayed? And it could. I'll be real honest. It could also be. I'm at home today. Was it better last week or worse?
No, it was better last week. I think you were home as well. Melissa came in.
I don't think I was home. I think I was at the office.
No, you were at home, I think, because I remember Melissa came in and said hello at some point in time.
That was 2 weeks ago. But either way, so I'm actually getting. I think it might be my service, honestly. So We're actually getting a new modem put in here in the next week or two because the guy goes, that modem shouldn't run your house. And the problem is we put all these built-ins. I don't know if y'all can see them. That's a lot of wood, and since then, I can't even get internet coverage in my living room.
Have you tried to? Well, you probably don't use Apple products, do you? They make boosters that you can plug in here and there.
I have 2 boosters in my house. What he just said is our modem just wasn't fast enough.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. This is much better.
Okay, so what I'll do is just remind me. I'm glad you told me. So because I'll share whatever I'm going to share. Because a little delay when I share it's not as big a deal because you're seeing the screen.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I'm done, I'll stop sharing. Because is it better now that I've stopped sharing?
Much better. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, what other question? Yeah, and y'all need to like put your photo up because I feel like like at least I can see Carol Lee. When I see your photo, I feel like I'm at least talking to somebody.
You're
Otherwise, I
stuck
feel
with
like a
me.
weirdo. I start looking at myself and I'm like, I'm cross-eyed. So anyway, what
Hey,
else?
Lone Indian, where are you?
Huh?
I'm here, my bad. I'm
Hey,
getting
Lone
ready.
Indian, well, where's your face? We want
Oh,
to see
my
your
bad.
mug.
I'm getting ready. I'm about to leave some meeting.
No, he's running around just listening. All right, yeah, we definitely don't want to see that. That would be an HR nightmare. All right,
Nice.
what
I
else?
understand why Triple T hides himself sometimes. I get it.
Yeah, he's getting ready too. All
I'm a
right,
mystic like that.
all right. So what else? Anything else? Anything else I can help you all with?
Now it's good. Stuff that we know that we need to do and just get back on it and
Yeah, I'm
do
trying to
something.
get some more information right now on the no credit score program because I've got a couple buyers. So as I get more information on that, we'll probably do a little training on that. Not that that's where our main source of business needs to be. What I've got someone with an 800 score and then a spouse where I need the income with no score.
Nice.
And it doesn't work without her. She doesn't have any liabilities, but I need her $1,200 in income.
Gotcha.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start next week trying to get on here about 10 minutes early, so that way we can try to get started closer to 2, because sometimes I
For
know.
20?
Yeah, you weren't the only one. You weren't the only one. I jump on about 10 minutes before, but just that way, because sometimes it does, it doesn't always click as easily. So,
Gotcha. Hey, can we also explore the home style deal? Because I've had a couple clients now ask about that recently with Michelle.
is she willing to do a webinar with us?
Absolutely. She said just let her know when and she'll
Is
have
it
her
this
trainer
type
jump
of
on with us.
webinar, or is it a PowerPoint where we listen over the phone? What is it?
She said it's a webinar where an actual trainer will come in and answer questions and talk to us and give a live presentation if we want it.
Yeah, no, that's what we want. So why don't you get that set up? Do it for next Thursday.
Okay. I'll
And
see if
then
she's
I'm going to
going.
also get Dan or John with MBS Highway to do it because I want to learn how to use those tools, and I'll find out how they want to do it. I mean, obviously, we'll work on whatever platform they want to work on.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great week. I enjoyed yesterday. Like I said, I always enjoy when we get a chance to get together. We're going to start obviously getting together once a month. Do that, do lunch. But, lean on each other. Reach out to each other. I mean, I know that sometimes it's easy to lose motivation. There's a reason I don't stay at home every day because I lose motivation. I'm like, I get to it later. Or there's something good on TV. I don't get to watch a lot of TV, but, like sometimes the reason why I don't work at home now a lot of times is because at a certain time in about, 30 minutes, I'm going to have a kid come walking in the door. He's going to be like, Dad, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? So I try to get out, even if it's to a Starbucks. We live in a virtual world, but go to a Starbucks and work. Go somewhere and work. Whatever. Set up lunches, set up coffees, do things to just generate and build that activity. Because let me tell you, when you feel good and you're motivated, it is so much easier to talk to customers. It's so much easier to ask the tough questions that we know we need to ask. But what do? We don't ask those questions because we're afraid. We have to take off our sales hat and start to put on the banker hat. Remember, these people are asking for hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's okay that we ask for their pay stubs. It really is. So, all right, guys, y'all have a great rest of the week. If y'all need anything, let me know. I will be working probably a half day tomorrow. I am Catholic, so not a very good one, but it is Good Friday. Yeah, I'm like
No comment.
I'm not a great Catholic, but I have enough Catholic guilt for all of you. No, I will. I'll be available via text or messenger or whatever, but I'm not going to be in the office. My last meeting's I think at noon, or finishes around noon. But if you do need something, obviously I'm here to help you guys. And that's the other thing I do want to say is if you need something from me, I know sometimes I'm not always the quickest to respond just because I'm in and out of meetings. That's why I want you to lean on each other. But if there's something you really need to know and you hit me up and either I forget or I get busy, it's not going to offend me if you hit me up again and go, hey. Carol Lee does it all the time. She's like, hey, you didn't forget about me, right? And a lot of times it's not that I forgot. It's just I got really busy. And so one of my main priorities is making sure you guys have what you need. So don't feel bad saying, hey, remember, you owe me that information. Okay?
I apologize. I need reminders, so that's my bad. Sorry.
No, I need them too. I mean, we get busy. I mean, like I said, I got 2 kids, y'all, business, Johnny calling.
Like,
all over the place. And so sometimes I have all the best intentions. sometimes I'm laying in bed and I'm like, oh shit, it's 10:30 and I forgot to answer an email. And so that's why sometimes you'll get them crazy emails or crazy Facebook messages at, a crazy time. It's just because, I meant to answer it earlier, but I will tell you, if you text me, probably 7 out of 10 times I can respond even if I'm in a meeting, because I'll glance over and just respond, hey, I'm in a meeting, or let me check, or who to contact. The phone calls, if I'm in a meeting, I try not to answer those. So that's why you get that I'm in a meeting deal. But anyway, you guys have a great weekend. If I do not talk to you, have a wonderful Easter, and I appreciate all of you and what you do. And like I said, you guys are family. So I'll talk to y'all soon, okay?
Happy Easter, guys. Thank you so much, Chad. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
Take care.